What's going on, guys? What's going on? How y'all doing today? That's good.
We're
That's good.
good. We're
That's
good. We're
good. But
good.
check this out, man. Hey, want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We watching Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. Hey, got my boys back. I had to wait 3 days, 3 days to talk about Colorado, man. Colorado and Coach Prime and his football team. They played North Dakota State. Hey, we can say whatever we want to say about this game. We can talk about the defense, offense, the we can question some of the lineup. But one thing I know that I can't question, Colorado back. I'm like Stephen A. Smith. Hey, Coach Brown got some bad dudes on that offensive side of the ball. But let me tell y'all, when you look at Shedeur Sanders, when you look at Travis Hunter, and that dude down there in Florida. Boy, Coach Drake told me. I was here watching the game. Ding! My phone rung. Man, I ain't got time to be talking about on no phone, y'all, when the game's on. Ding! Yeah, my brother. Yeah. Boy, you didn't tell me. You told me about Shadul. You told me about Travis. Who that number 5? I said that Jim Horn Jr., that boy out there in Florida, boy. You know, Coach Dre always talking about it, him and Colin, live from football from Florida boy. And then he said, when he caught the ball, boy, he like Michael Jackson in the closet. I said, boy, y'all stop, boy. Say he was moonwalking on the field like that. I said, you're a bad dude. But hey, like I said, we got an exciting show for y'all today. Like I said, I got my boys back. I got Coach Dre. I got RobDaManMedia. I got Steven Woodland. And we're going to bring you a good show tonight. But before we do that, hey, y'all know I got to get my intro out. You know that, don't you? Did not make have that thing made and don't want to show it. It's just you have to go through so much to find. But we'll be back. You're watching Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. I'm your host, Bernard Watt.
We said.
All right, fellas, I'm back. How y'all doing? It's
Good.
good,
Good.
good, good.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
North Dakota State, you told me they had a good team. You told me, Coach Drake. I apologize. Thought we were gonna go in there and run them rough shots on them, but we didn't. But check this out. What did y'all take away from the game? I start with you, Coach Drake.
What I took away is, I mean, I told people, and I know people thought we was gonna just come in there and just put foot to butt in what we found. But I would rather us find out what we need to work on instead of us going out there. You beat them 40-0, 60-0, and we think we something that we might not be. North Dakota State is championship medal, and what I mean by that is when you come into North Dakota State, them people got a tradition, and they live by it. When you walk in that door, you're gonna do it their way. They're not gonna change what they do. They're gonna run the football. They're gonna play that Tampa 2 defense. Hey, they didn't come out of that defense. They stayed in it. They believe in what they do. I know a lot of people saying, oh, well, they changed coaches. All they did was the head coach left, and the staff really stayed the same. They just promoted from within. What I took away from us is that Livingston is going to be a heck of a defensive coordinator. To make the adjustments, you didn't see those kind of adjustments last year. At halftime, we looked a little off on defense maybe in the first half, but the second half, except for that last little bit, you had to commend Coach Livingston and what he did on the defense. And I mean, Shedeur and Travis, and for all you people that did all that hating on my boy, we got receipts, but we won't talk about them tonight.
All right, Mr. Willis, what you think about the game last Thursday?
Well, after going back and reviewing the game, I feel pretty good. I feel real good about the game. Just like Coach Dre said, at the end of the day, I'm happy they didn't blow them out because you get the big head. You're gonna see the difference, and check this. The difference is gonna be this: Nebraska's coming in thinking they think they're gonna do the same thing they did to UTEP. Oh, that we got the next. They think they got the next Mahomes, but they're gonna find out. Mahomes did have some bad games when he played Tampa Bay, and he was running for his life. So at the end of the day, is this here? You're building as a football team. You're building each week. You're getting better. You're not coming in there saying, "Oh man, we got everything worked out in week one." If you did it in week one, I guarantee you by the time of week 12 hit around, you're not going to get better. You're going to start declining. So you want to get better each week. It's a great tool for these young men, for the coach to be able to come in. Now the coach can get in their butt. Okay, I can't talk to you. You beat somebody 60-83-0. It's hard to talk to somebody who beat 83-0. But this kind of win, I can talk to you. I can bring the linebackers in and say, "Hey, linebacker, got a question for you. Why is two people going in the same hole on a blitz?" I can bring the defensive ends in and Warren Sapp and Lou in and say, "Hey, alignment assignment." When we tell you alignment assignment is important, when you trying to get to that quarterback and you going in instead of staying out wide like you're supposed to, and that quarterback gets to that corner, and now on a 3rd and 8 or a 3rd and 11, he got 20-some yards, you killed the defense. So it's a good learning curve. And it's also, check this point out, which is special. People who are sitting on the sidelines, you need to be ready. You never know when your number is going to be called. Who thought Stillman Craig was going to be out the 3rd play of the game? You need to be ready, because when that person wasn't ready, you saw Travis Hunter yelling over there, "Hey, I don't have somebody on this here side," when they scored that touchdown on the other end, because the people weren't aligned correctly. So my point is this one here. When you're on that sideline, instead of pouting or just looking and watching the game, you need to have your mind envisioning, that's my position right there. I need to be doing this. I need to be doing this here. I need to be correctly aligned. That's what you need to be seeing yourself into the game. So I saw a lot of positive things. I got about 30 things written down, but I'm going to kick it back to you, BWatts.
I appreciate that. RobDaManMedia, how's it going, brother?
Hey
I
man,
think you don't made it back from out there in Colorado.
hey man. Only thing I'm gonna say, BWatts right now is no red this week, man. This is the corn week, man. So we got to change the colors. All right, it's the only damn I got right now. But outside of that, man, you have to see it in person, man. Being in person, it's just different. They handle business. They want to know. That's the main thing. Just you take out the situation. Were there some hiccups or was there some mistakes? Yes, there was. You can't doubt that. But what you can do is when you take what that defense, how the defense played the first half versus the second half, it's a complete difference. That first half they wasn't locked in. That second half they came out and they were totally locked in. To only give up 6 points, and that 6 points came on a 20-yard run at the end of the game. So if you take that away, they would have had a goose egg for the second half. So you got to appreciate what you've seen from the defensive coordinator, the adjustments that they made, as you see. But I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna get into stuff. But
Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
as you can tell, but I'm gonna let some things go. Go ahead, BWatts.
Appreciate it. Like I was saying, Thursday night I did a post show with Steve Woodland. I got caught up in my emotion and everything. Says a couple things probably shouldn't have said, but hey, that's how I felt. I'm gonna stand on it. But I do owe Coach Drake apology. Boy, you told me about Jimmy Horn, Jimmy. You boy, boy, oh boy, oh boy. What a difference when you're healthy it makes. But before we do that, I got a video I want to show you, Coach Drake. But before that, let's take a break. All right, Coach Drake, I'm going to show you a video, sir.
International championship.
See the use of the tablet on the sideline.
Coach Drake, when I see that video, man, I kept watching. The dude looked like Michael Jackson out there on a cloud doing the moonwalk. He ran by him so fast. Hey, when I move, you move just like that. Just like that. But Jimmy Horn got to be. Let me tell you his stats right quick, just in case people out there in podcast land, as Mr. Steve say, don't know. 7 receptions, 198 yards, and 1 TD. If he had stayed up on a couple of them and hadn't failed, well, had about 300 yards in the season. I'm serious, and probably about 2 or 3 touchdowns. So when you look at Jimmy Horn, what does he bring to this offense for Coach Prime?
I mean, he brings everything that you need. Like I say, he wasn't healthy last year, and it's hard to come back fully off of a hamstring without letting it rest. Um, but then he had a lot on his heart. He had a lot on his mind. He had a lot going on. Now he knows that what direction to go in with that situation. Now he's not as worried. Now I'm just trying to get to the league so I can set my dad up so when he gets out of prison, he doesn't have to go back to the same lifestyle. He doesn't have to do whatever he was doing, and we can be better. But he's just playing free. He's fast. He lightning fast. He got 5 or 6 gears and that was probably just about third gear when he started pulling away from people. That wasn't even fifth gear. So and if we catch a little pass on the little out that he dropped because he saw it, we over 200 yards. You get what I'm saying? So it's stuff that we can work on. But he played an amazing football game. He made some amazing catches. I expect the sky's the limit because of the simple fact is everybody know you got to come stop 12. You got to you got to come and do something with 12. LeJohntay, right? LeJohntay is LeJohntay. He's a 1,000-yard receiver. But then you got Jimmy Horn and that's a problem for secondary. That's a problem for anybody secondary to deal with. But like I say, he's went back and he's being himself. He's not trying to do too much. He's not overthinking things. And I think that's a lot to do. You got to give Coach Phillips a heck of a hand clap too. I think he has a lot to do with the maturation of Jimmy and a lot of those receivers in that room. And that's no knock on Bartolone because I think Bartolone is a good football coach. But you just see sometimes some coaches get the best out of some players, and I think that's what you see out of Jimmy Horn Jr.
All right, Mr. Wood.
I already told you when it came to Jimmy, I said, you're not going to have somebody, your fourth best DB, and they're going to be able to stick with Jimmy Horn. It's not going to happen. They're not going to be able to stick with Timmons. They're not going to be able to stick with Miller. They're not going to be able to stick with Wester. It is what it is. When it came to Jay Horn, what you saw was this here. You take advantage of what the defense gives you. And you also have this when it pertains to Jimmy Horn. You didn't see him in motion like you should have. When you got Jimmy Horn and Wester, I do not understand it. They should be in motion in every offensive thing. If they're not in motion, we should have them in a bunch. You should have all 3 of them over there where it's an issue. And then you could put Shepard or 12 by themselves on the other side, whoever you decide to put over there. It's too many problems when you have weapons like that. Those are issues and problems. And the way I see it is this here. You haven't seen nothing yet. Hear what I'm saying. That was the most vanilla offense I've seen. I thought I was watching that scrimmage that they had on that Friday. That was a very vanilla offense. You didn't see the things. Go back and look at the Utah game and stuff like that that Schumer was putting offensive plays and stuff in. You didn't see what they're really going to do. So all I'm saying is you ain't seen nothing yet. Keep tuned in because Nebraska, you're going to feel something.
Appreciate it. Rob?
Oh man. Hey, shout out to Jimmy Horn, man. You know the talk that we had, man. Hey, it's your time, man. It's your season. Keep grinding. You know everything that we talked about. But with all that being said, you have to be in order to really feel the game speed. What y'all see on TV is just a glimpse, but when you see it in person, and just Jimmy was zoned in. He was locked in that game. You could tell he was on a mission to get to accomplish his goals. He still got more goals to accomplish this year. He's still ready to do some more stuff. Y'all just be patient. What I do like the fact is they didn't show too much on offense. I'm glad everybody is uptight because y'all didn't really get to see what y'all thought y'all was going to see, and that we can get it done with just basic plays and basic formation. So what Jimmy Horn did was what he was supposed to do, and that's handle business. He got a purpose, and, you know, he's in his focus, and he's just trying to reach them. So shout out to Jimmy Horn, man. Hey, we got you, bro.
All right, appreciate it, Rob. East Coast Cavs said I left you a super chat. I didn't see no super chat, so must be on
I
Rob then.
haven't I haven't seen no super chat, so
I haven't either. So, but all right, Coach Ray, let's talk about Shedeur Sanders. I watched a lot of football on Saturday. I didn't see a quarterback that's better than Shedeur yesterday. Closest to him was Cam Ward. And I also like the quarterback Tennessee got, but I got to see some more stuff. See some more stuff on him. But check this out. Before the game started, got another video. This is what the North Dakota State coach said about it.
4 weeks ago, getting started on this process, everybody's asking about Colorado. My mind, just went to off-schedule plays, him making things happen, outside the pocket or, off schedule, right? He's the best player that NDSU has played yet. Okay, and I really believe that. This guy is process-oriented. He's progression-based. He's aware of footwork and timing and rhythm. He takes what the defense gives him. Okay, he goes to the right spots, and then on top of that, he can play off a platform, different platforms. I think he has a great ability. Probably in my opinion, his strongest suit is that he can get his cleats in the ground and deliver the ball quickly when he has to.
This shit gonna change our life, bro. Bro, take this shit serious. No mistakes. Y'all help me out. I'm gonna help y'all out. We make each other look good. Let's do this shit, though. This shit change our life right here, bro. Let's do this shit like practice. Right here. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us out here today. Please watch over us. Thank you for letting us be able to play to the best of our ability. God, thank you for this moment. Thank you for everything. We gonna win this game. Everybody else, we gonna win this shit. It's only us and some offense, bro.
Coach Ray, how important it is your quarterback be the leader of your football team?
When he the man, like I say, and people don't talk about it enough. The quarterback, he carries a lot of weight on his shoulder. It's two people that carry the weight of a football team on their shoulders. It's the quarterback and the head coach, and rightfully so, because when you the head coach and you the quarterback, you get the lion's share of the praise and the lion's share of the correction. Shedeur Sanders is the best thing in college football at the quarterback position. Cam Ward is a close second, and so you got to say a lot about select QB and what he's doing with them young men. To see that, I got to see Cam Ward up close and personal yesterday. The kid is phenomenal, but Shedeur Sanders is a one-on-one. I think he's the best quarterback in college football. I think he should be the first quarterback off the board this year, hands down. It shouldn't even be close. Him and Cam gonna go back and forth about with the yardage, and it's just about what's gonna come down to who has the most wins. But when you need a leader, when you have a leader like Shedeur Sanders, everybody get behind him because he works the hardest. When your hardest worker is your leader, it's easy to lead a football team because he's not asking guys to do stuff that he's not willing to do. He goes the extra mile. He puts the right stuff in his body. He does everything that you ask a leader to do. So, like I said, you got to be proud of the way he led them boys. Even when we was down, he never and even last year, a kid could have happily threw people under the bus. He never threw anybody under the bus last year. He never threw any of those offensive linemen under the bus when he probably had every right to, but he didn't. And that's the characteristic of a man. That's the characteristics of a great young man. So you got to be happy with Shedeur Sanders, hands down.
All right, appreciate it. Before you go, Steve, I found that super chat from East Coast Cavs. He said, let me start off by asking him, where are all the injured for? Damn, that is almost losing to Idaho. I told people months ago Oregon would get exposed in the Big Ten, second team. All right, appreciate that, East Coast Cavs. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Wood.
When you're dealing with simply the best, when you're talking about two is what he is. His name is his name. So when you're talking about two, you're talking about a young man who has, just imagine to have the burden of being prime time son. That's number one, because it don't make a difference what he do. Your daddy did this here. Your daddy did this. That's number one. Number two, you got the burden of you're the starting quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes. That's huge. And then you have the fact that you're the best throwing quarterback that has ever been to the University of Colorado. So he has a lot on his plate. Everybody's watching too. They want him to fail. They want to say, I got you so for doing something wrong. And all the man does each and every day, he's a good human being and he does the right thing. I'm not going to even talk about football because his numbers is his numbers. He's the best when it pertains to that. But what I like about him is he's one of the best human beings you're going to see. And if you're a father and you're sitting there talking about you want a son, 12 and 2, you can't ask for too much better than that. I don't care what nobody say. 12 and 2 would be a heck of a sons. And that ain't saying nothing about the other young men, because I like me some Jimmy too. Old Horn. You got some great young men out there, but 2 is something special. What you better do in Colorado, you're not going to see too many more 2s. I hate to tell you, it ain't like you get a 2 every 4 years. You don't. You don't get 2s you don't get 12s every 4 years. Enjoy it while you got it. And 2, keep on striving for greatness.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that, Mr. Wood. Rob disappeared. Okay. Check this out, Coach Dre. Man, it's a pass. It's a pass that Shedeur made. It got to be. I know he made a lot of passes, but this one right here, boy, it just blew my mind. And I'm a former quarterback and a LeJontay Webster. Man, what, what a quarterback. His toughness. The dude threw for 445 yards, 4 TD, 26 or 34. I'm telling you, man, he got to be the best quarterback in the nation.
I mean, he is. There's no. I don't think it's you. You might get a little argument from them people down there in Miami right now, but besides that, that's it. I mean, I don't want to hear no more of the Carson Beck and all that other stuff. I don't want to hear none of that. It's Shedeur Sanders. To do what he did, and then to hear that it was 31 scouts there, and to hear that they said that he put on, I want to say like 10 to 15 pounds of muscle, because, like you said, you're gonna take those kind of hits at the next level. You're gonna take those kind of hits in the NFL. So to see that he's already getting himself prepared for the next level, that was a big up for them, for the scouts that were there to watch him. But the kid is phenomenal. All the great quarterbacks, they play from the pocket, and he's trying to make sure that everybody else can see that he can play from the pocket. But you know he can get outside of it, or he can get outside the pocket. But when he's still looking downfield, he's trying to find a way to get the ball down the field. So I don't think there's a better quarterback in college football than Shedeur Sanders with the IQ. And then, like Mr. Woodland say, to go on with the pressure, no one has the pressure he has. Nobody has the pressure he has. Nobody does. You living in the shadows of the greatest two-way athlete to ever lace up a pair of cleats and a pair of spikes to ever do it. And he's also your dad, and to have to hear, they still human beings, and to hear what people say about your dad and say about your brothers and say about your football team, when it has nothing to do with football, y'all always bringing up some of the dumbest stuff, So, but for him to keep his composure and to continuously go out there and lead the Colorado Buffaloes, I don't think there's a better quarterback in the nation than Shedeur Sanders.
Appreciate that. Mr. Woodland. Well, we're going to move on down the track and talk about one of the baddest dudes. Okay, they go Rod. Got Rod back. We're going to talk about one of the baddest dudes, two-way player that I ever seen. Me personally, my eye, and that's Travis Hunter. Well, I got his first touchdown. The safety took a bad angle, but if he didn't, I didn't know Travis this fast.
New offensive coordinator.
Before you go, I got enough. I'm gonna show you the second. Travis Hunter's a bad dude, y'all.
BWatts. What you didn't show us is the 2 other touchdowns that he should have had. If you go back and watch the tape, in which I did 4
Should do it
times,
and throw it to him.
I'm just saying, if you go back and watch the tape like I did, 2 occasions when 2 threw the ball to J5 when he had 3 people on him in the end zone, Travis Hunter's on the right side by himself, 5 steps behind the man with his hand up in the air by himself for that touchdown. Would have been on the right touchdown. The next one he would have had was when 2 was down on the 8-yard line and they getting ready to score, and he ran to the middle. As soon as he went to the left, Travis Hunter right there in front of him. He just came right in front of him with his hand up by himself, in which he should have had another touchdown. So the man would have had 5 touchdowns easily on that night. And he's a bad man. And I'm going to tell you something else people didn't realize. Travis Hunter, on that play that he scored his 3rd touchdown, that clock was running out. Guess who called 2 and told 2 to speed it up and have him center the ball, hike the ball? It was 12. If you pay attention, 12 tell him, come on, the clock running out. That's the intellect he is. On the defensive side, when they were going down to score on the other end, you had 2 people on the side with Travis. Travis is telling, because Silman Craig got hurt, he's telling Riley, get over here. You need to be over here, blah, blah, blah. That's 12. He's a brilliant dude, and people always talking about, well, why don't they pull him out the game? Show me somebody better than him that you're going to put in there.
Hey, so I'm going to go back to this first touchdown. There's going to be a video that might float out there. I'm just going to give you a heads up about this first touchdown. I called this play before it happened. When they had, I want to say it was 7, it might have been 17, but they were man-to-man with Travis. And then the safety rolled up back to a single high safety. When that safety shifted and then the corners came back and they went from on-man to off-man coverage on it, before Shedeur Sanders even threw that ball, I said, it's going to be a touchdown. Mark my words. He threw the ball before Travis even got out his break. Travis caught that thing, made that first person miss, and just took off. If you was there in the game and seen it, it looked way different than what you've seen on TV. The way they played Travis Hunter that whole game, because, I mean, they played Tampa 2 all game long. That's all they stayed in Tampa 2. They didn't come out Tampa 2 for nothing. They stayed in Tampa 2 majority of the time until that at the end of the game when they tried to go cover 0 and Shedeur took that shot to try to get Western a touchdown. But outside of that, they played Tampa 2 that whole game. When Travis reached coverage, you could tell, like, just being there, like, all right, that ball going to Travis. You could just tell. And as soon as the minute they roll that coverage, Shedeur hiked the ball every time he was going to Travis. So Travis Hunter, man, he just is explosive. He's been doing this for years. He's been doing it since high school. It's just now people starting to get to be able to see it at this level. Seeing a full healthy version of Travis Hunter.
Got
I
anything, Coach
mean,
Ray?
what do you add? He again, when Deion Sanders, who's the best, that says he was better than he was at that age. I mean, what is you to say? The kid believes in himself. You ain't gotta pep him up. When he touches the football field, when Travis Hunter get off the bus, he know I'm the best football player that got off. I don't care who getting off your bus. I don't care who getting off I don't care about none of that. When in doubt, throw me the football. I'm open, coach. I'm 7-11. I'm always open. Just throw me the football. I'm gonna find a way to catch it. Defensively, he's out there making tackles. I felt good about it. Like you say, I think losing the other leader, which is Silman Craig, in that defense, I think that kind of shook him up a little bit in that first half. But once them boys got calmed down, and Livingston went in there in the halftime and whatever he said and the adjustments they made, also with the defensive line, we saw some adjustments and got a little more pass rush and stuff like that. So, but Travis Hunter, man, he just simply if he's not the first pick in the NFL. I don't forgot what analyst it was. He said, I don't care if you need an offensive lineman. If you don't pick Travis Hunter first, if you don't pick Travis Hunter first with the first pick in the NFL draft, I don't know what you're looking for, because he's everything you're looking for.
That's right. Mark Scott said that one on First Take.
To piggyback to this point right quick. Travis don't got to take as many hits as he did last year. He doesn't have to play that slot receiver. He can play that outside, so he can have better matchups where he can take less vulnerability on taking physical hits at the receiver spot this year. So that's part of why Travis Hunter will be able to play in majority of the games and stay more fresh and more healthier, is because you won't see him taking that many hits in the slot. He's going to be lined up on that outside receiver, so he can take less shots and get out in space and go. And then on defense, he don't have to take the best person. Even though you want him to line up, he don't always have to take that person, because we got other cornerbacks, other DBs that can handle that job. Because when you look at when they try to throw the ball outside the numbers, it wasn't successful. So every pass that was pretty much completed in that game was inside the numbers. So you're not really getting wear and tear on defense from Travis Hunter, because the person that he's covering, they're not trying to throw at him. Because the quarterback didn't go at Travis the entire game. They went away from him. But hey, we'll get to it. But go ahead, BWatts.
No, you're right. You're right. Y'all cook, man. Y'all cook. What I like about the offense, when Travis over there by himself, he get a chance to go one-on-one with their defensive back. And 9 times out of 10, Coach Drake, he going to beat them. If you put 3 receivers on the left, get everybody out the way, and put Travis Hunter over there on the right, one-on-one, 9 times out of 10, he going to beat them. Because him and Shedeur got in an argument for their last touchdown on the sideline. I'm going to show you the video.
You talk about the one touchdown catch you had. Where the guy pretty much had his arm around your head a little bit. Can you talk about that one in particular?
It's funny because he got on me for not catching the one that we called a flag, because I told him to throw me the ball no matter what.
Give me 11 first down. Hold on a second. Just relax, guys. Let's go. I want to go.
Good boy! Yeah! Hey!
So he got mad at me. He was like, I don't care, catch the ball. So that one, I just know I had to catch the ball. I had no other choice.
So, Coach Drake, that got to be the baddest catch I ever seen, man. Now, you probably only one on the panel can do that dance he did at the end. I can't do that, but you probably only one on the panel that can do that. I don't even know what it called. You and Steven might can do it, but I can't do it, bro.
I don't know what Travis come up with all kind of stuff, but what you saw there is 2 competitors wanting to be the best. And like you say, when you tell me to throw you the ball, you better catch it. So, there's just 2 competitors. They really want to win. They really want what's best for their team. That's not an argument where they upset with each other. It's just, hey, man, I threw you the ball. Catch it. You get what I'm saying? I'm coming back to you. Travis Hunter is for real. He's for real. You just throw the ball in his vicinity, he going to get it. I think his stock is probably going to be even higher now with those. When you're making them kind of catches, like I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what NFL team don't need a ball player like that. Every team every 32 need a ball player like that. He's one of one. And like you say, he got the intelligence, and you don't have to work. The biggest thing is he's a great. Mr. Steve said about Shedeur, he's a great human being. He ain't trying to go out. He ain't trying to party. He just want to go fish, go home to his girlfriend, to his fiance, and play the game. So It's not much you can say that you can't say good about Travis Hunter. I've never heard a person say anything bad about him. So we expect that all year. We're gonna expect that all year. And when you gotta stop that, it opens up for other receivers. So I expect for other receivers to get plenty of opportunities because you gotta try to stop 12.
All right, appreciate it, Coach Dre. Before we move on, Travis Hunter he played 55 snaps on offense, 69 snaps on defense. Man, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Y'all got anything? But Ron, tell us about your trip, man.
Now, I was going to go back to that Travis Hunter play. That Travis Hunter
Okay, go ahead.
That Travis Hunter play was called 2 plays before that. Everybody named Mama that if you was at the stadium, hey, you know that play was called 2 plays ahead of time. They knew every time they seen 17 line up on Travis, you got to go at him because he can't hold him. And I don't know why they try to put 17 on him, but that was just a bad mistake because every time they put 17 on him, they rolled that safety to the middle of that field. And you could see it a mile away. I just throw it to Travis to give him an opportunity to catch the ball. He just picked up a PI, and then we come back and go right back at him. It was a call that you could see a mile away. You knew what was coming. And every time they scored a touchdown, perfect time it came on. That's all you seen in the stadium. That's all you seen. Perfect time. Every time Shedeur Sanders threw a touchdown. So, man, it was amazing. I ain't gonna get into everything that transpired. But no, it was a good trip overall. Met with a lot of family, a lot of friends, a lot of players family. So anybody that see me, blessed to y'all if y'all here watching right now. Shout out to the CU aunties, Mama Benson, Khalil, Justin Mayers, J5, all the players that I chopped it up with. Hey, shout out to Coach Hart. You know what we talked about. Shout out to you. So, man, it was good, man. We got to chop it up with a lot of the coaches too. So,
All right. I got a question here. I'll let you handle this, Mr. Wood. Should he be drafted as a wide receiver or DB? That's the question.
If you're gonna pay him $200 million, you're gonna draft him as both, because that's a smart coach is gonna use him as both. Why would you waste that kind of talent when you're an NFL team and and your budget is limited as far as how much money you can how many players you can put on the field, number one, and your budget. A player like that's a bonus. That's an and one. You getting 2 players for one. So if it's me, he needs to go to the Andy Reeves, that coach for Shanahan, the McDaniels. He needs to go to a brilliant coach, a coach that don't think old school. Well, I'm a Dabo. I'm gonna do it my way, and if you don't like it, then I'm gonna do it till the cows come in. He don't need a coach like that. I'm just saying, because if you go to the wrong team, Travis Hunter be over there bored. He's gonna be the best at whatever position you put him at. But why
Right.
why utilize him just there when you can get greatness? If you put him in Kansas City, he'll be playing both. He'll be playing both. You put him in San Francisco, he playing both. Please don't send him to Dallas, because Jerry Jones will have him doing everything. Jerry Jones will have him selling popcorn. But it just goes with get him with the right organization. Jerry will do it, partner. Jerry gonna make some money. Get him with the right organization. He needs to do both. Quit with all of this foolishness, limiting people. We're the only people on the planet that limit people. God never limited us and told us we can do one thing. You can do all things, and he can do all things. And he needs to keep that attitude, and he needs to don't let anyone tell him you need to play one side. You need what you need to tell him. That's what you need to do. But T. Hunter, I hunt, baby. I do both.
All right, appreciate that. Appreciate that take, Mr. Wood. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. You watching Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment, also over there on RobDaManMedia platform also. And I want to give a shout out to all of the former NFL players over there on LinkedIn. Thank y'all for tuning in. I see y'all. Appreciate each one of you for tuning in. And everybody who have made a comment in the chat. I appreciate you. Well, all right, let's move on, guys, to talk about the defensive side of the ball. We'll start off with Coach Ray, then Rob, the man meeting, then we'll go to Steve. What do y'all think about the defense of Colorado against North Dakota State?
First and foremost, You got to give Bentley a hand. You got to give Bentley a hand. He played a hell of a football game Thursday night. He made some great tackles. Went on some blitzes. I still think Livingston is finding his way with his defense. He's trying to find the best fit. The block bully, he had a heck of a football game. Demanding a double team, getting off blocks, getting them a sack, getting some runs in, stopping some runs in the backfield. I like what I saw from the front seven. A lot more in the second half than I did in the first half. Again, I think the secondary suffered a little bit once Phil and Craig got out, but I think once we got in and made some adjustments, we started to see Sotomayor a little bit more, which I thought him being healthy, we see him a little more. Sotomayor is a heck of a ball player. JB played good, but the kid that I think the person everybody thinks is who we think he is 41. Hill Green is who I think he is. He's that guy at linebacker. I don't think you can hide him any too much longer. He needs to be on the football field, and that's no knock on Bentley or Trevor, whichever one has to come off. But 41 needs to be on the football field. When I saw him get out there, things went to happening. I like the way he filled the hole. I like the way he made tackles, and I like the way he brought the energy on the defense.
Right.
So, but overall, I would give the defense a B minus because, like I say, I got to go off of what I saw in the first half. But to make the adjustments and to come out and do what they did and only give up 6 points, I think less than 100 yards of total offense on the second half. I give them a B minus in overall and especially for a first time. This is a first time defensive coordinator, guys. This is not a defensive coordinator who's been doing this for a while. This is a first time defensive coordinator calling plays, so I give them a B minus.
So the biggest thing between the two halves that a lot of people I don't think realize, they didn't do a lot of substituting in that second half like they did the first half.
Right.
A lot of
right.
And so here's what a lot of the things that y'all didn't get to see on TV. A lot of times they came out of TV timeouts and had certain personnel in and then ran and switched personnel when the TV timeout came out. So it was just them trying to lock in and find out who's working where with who. My question to BWatts is, how you feel about Trevor Woods now? You say he didn't come up and fill the hole. He came up and filled the hole on a couple of them runs.
All right. Since you asked, I tell you. I still don't believe he should be out there. He led the team in tackles. Let's see. The first 3 plays, the second and third play, he got beat. One on the second and third. Go look at it again. I don't watch it 5 times. All right. On the 10th play, I saw the left guard of the offense. I mean, man, they pancaked. I was gonna show a clip, but I ain't finna do that. I ain't been doing like that. He don't deserve that. They pancaked. But second half, I got to give the coaching staff, Coach Brown and his coaching staff, when they made the adjustment from the linebacker group. They went to a 4-3. And when they put Hill Green out there, thing changed, man. It just changed. To me,
and that's
what I
what
thought.
I'm about to lead to. That's what I'm about to
And
get to.
man, when he made that first hit, I swear, man, I can hear it through my TV, bro. Clack, clack. I said, God, who that ran? I said, that's 41. I said, Hill Green. But they didn't have him on the depth chart, so I didn't think he was playing. Man, I'm telling you. But I give Trevor Wood credit. He hustled, man. He hustled. I give him that.
All right. So, yeah. So, really, all right. So, that was really the adjustment, right? When you look at the first half versus the second half, when
You got to get the coaching staff did that. I got to give them their credit.
Yeah.
They did.
The second half changed because they made adjustments at the linebacker position. Hill Green and JB. Those were the 2 guys that was really in there majority of the second half. And I don't think a lot of people paid attention to when they put them 2 in there. Hey, it was on. It was like the defense line just turned up to a whole different other level. And
but Bennett was still hanging in there with them, though.
They were, but you didn't see no big runs. You didn't see you didn't see no MAs, missed assignments. You've seen everybody where they're supposed to be up line in the correct position, right?
Yeah,
even with number 9 and Herm Smith back there, you didn't see no miscommunication.
Oh man, number 6. That number 6.
That's Herm Smith.
Ooh, boy, he brought the
I said,
wood
hey,
up out
listen,
there, boy.
I was sitting right next to his parents, so I
Boy,
know.
he brought that lumber out there, boy.
I know. I'm just saying. The biggest thing from the second half to the first half, you seen less substitutions all over the places.
Yeah.
Because the first,
I remember you texted me that. Yeah.
the first half, they was substituting like crazy. Like every play, it was substitute. It's like, man, they're gonna never get into a rhythm. But that
Right.
second half, they found out who was, and Hill Green didn't even play the first half. He just played the
I
second
know.
half.
Right.
And so when you change that, they found something. And I gotta give credit to Robert Livingston. They went to a 5-2 at times.
True.
And
Yeah.
not just a 4-3. He changed the defense multiple times. He brought in different packages. Like he was trying to do things and not just say, hey, we're gonna play man-to-man, we're gonna do this. They were still playing man-to-man in the second half. It's just they made certain adjustments and put certain people in certain places, and they start making plays. And when they start making plays, that's what happened. They did a late minute substitution on that run when they went to that man-to-man on that play he got beat. That's the only reason why that happened. If they would have just kept the people that was in there, they make that stop. But they did a late minute substitution to try to get some other players on the field in that position, and that's what caused that mishap. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. But the first half, I think, what is it? Number 50. And BJ Green will playing the end.
Number 50 is
No,
Jaylon. Hey,
they wasn't. Yeah, they wasn't containing. They wasn't going up the field like I used to teach my players. They were coming in like this, and it was causing that quarterback to get outside, like they were crashing on every play. When I say, but other than
wasn't
that,
containing the edge. Yeah, it's cool.
huh?
They wasn't containing the edge.
Yeah, they wasn't containing the edge because they were crashing down on every play. Like they were just trying to sack the quarterback every play.
Here's what was happening. They were crashing down, but it was supposed to be a linebacker that was supposed to be coming to fill that hole, and that was missing.
And it looked like they were blitzing every play.
They wasn't blitzing. It was certain reads that was supposed to happen that did not happen. So that second half, when you seen them, the people be in the right position where they're supposed to be at.
I saw Trevor Wood. Yeah, okay, yeah. Like he messed up people's time.
The issue was the alignment to assignment. They gave them assignment, but they wouldn't align the proper way it's supposed to be. And so when you start to see that in the second half, you see the results. If you just line up like you're supposed to line up and just do your job, this defense could be better than what it is.
Right. You made a good point right there. You made a good point.
You just see too much.
When that wide receiver went in motion, they running back cross formation. Trevor Wood got beat on that play, but when JB was in there, they tried that same play. When they put that wood on him, boy.
You can't don't cross your face. Simple matter. Yeah. Don't cross your face. He should not cross your face. Put some wood on him. You inside the 5 yards. He shouldn't cross your face. But that just goes to show you, if you line up and do your job that they're telling you what to do, you will be successful. And that's why they were so successful in the second half versus the first half. It was a lot of substitution, but when they found the right lineup and they ran with it, it's hard for North Dakota State to do something. But
that's good. That's good. It's just like the preseason there,
You gotta give, Coach Hart his flowers because he got it right at the linebacker position. They made plays. And he just want people to follow assignments. So I'm my hats off to Coach Hart. To answer this question, why didn't Caleb dress? He got an injury. That's why he didn't dress.
Yeah. Gotta give Coach Hart his due. And I'm sure what guy was in his ear too. The other coach, that last defensive coach that came in, I'm sure he was in his ear too, letting him know what's going on. Yeah. Let him know about all that.
But we're talking, BWatts. I got a question for you. What happens if we don't get? We talk about all those changes and corrections they made. I could care less about that. What happens if we didn't make those 2 penalties on third down and 2 gets the ball back on those 2 possessions? What happens then? We wouldn't even talk about what we talk about. We'd be up by 14 points.
It'll be a blowout.
It'll be a blowout.
And then that fluke interception down there when Shedeur throw the ball and hit his foot. Yeah, man, I don't even look at that. I said,
wait. BWatts, I wish you had the video. You need to watch the play before that.
For that, yeah.
You need to watch the play
I
before
thought
that. Wester shook that boy out of his boots so
he did.
bad,
He
and he
did.
was
Everybody in
by
the stadium thought the
himself.
ball was going there. It would have been a touchdown.
Because they threw the ball to Travis over his, whoever was on the right, they threw it over his head. That 50-50 ball that I hate. Schumer and them saw that. Somebody from the top saw it. Said Wester was so open. But what I didn't understand, why did you bring Jimmy over there to bring 3 receivers over? I didn't understand that. Why didn't you keep the same formation? The problem that happened was this here. You'll never see this again in your life. You had Shepard and then you had Wester. Shepard was on the outside. Shepard goes and make a post. He go straight, then he posts inside. His defensive back falls down right in front of him. Guess who happens to be there when he fell down? Wester. Wester shook the guy again. The same guy, same move. Wester shook him again. The problem was your boy Shepard shook his man so bad, his man laying on his stomach. His 2 hit him on the ankle, no, hit him on the calf, and the ball was intercepted. You'll never see that again in football. Never.
Hey, that was an NCAA football.
yeah, it was, man. But when you
Go
look
ahead,
at the
Coach Ray.
defensive back, when Coach Dre and Rod, when y'all look at the defensive back for the going up against Nebraska, how we gonna fare?
I mean, we gonna. It's tough to guard us. Anybody. That's anybody. I don't care who you think the best defensive backfield is. You can't guard 12, 14, 10, and 5. Then we got 4 coming off. You know what I'm saying? 82. You can't guard us. You can't listen. You definitely don't want to play us man to man with by no stretch of the imagination.
No.
So I don't know, man. I think it's hard. I think what Nebraska's gonna try to do is they're gonna probably try to disguise some coverages.
They're gonna rush 3 and drop everybody else back.
It's gonna be the same game plan as last year.
Yep. Drop 8 back.
They got the little defense. They got the defensive back, man. So we got to be able to run. We got to be able to run the ball. As I went back and watched the game again Saturday, once I got back home from our game, I see that we did open holes. Some boys did open holes. It's some plays where holes were open. The running backs got to see them. And so we can't.
They got to be quick enough to get there. They got to have the right running backs in there. Me.
But
Hayden, that's a plus. I think Hayden, you're gonna see a lot more of Hayden than probably Micah next week. And probably even the kid from Arkansas might get a few carries next week. But I think Hayden is the guy right now. I think he's gonna be RB1 going into Nebraska.
He looked good. I like him. He looked real good. But he made that one catch. You see that? Excuse me, Rob. He made that one catch, and he got him with it. He still bombed that dude, and he three players were waiting on, and he challenged him, and they took him out the next play. He didn't have a chance to get no rhythm, man. You got to give your running back a chance to get rhythm.
Here's what I'll say, and it's just coming from the game view, like being there. When you see a team just keep playing cover 2 and they just keep giving you the middle of the wide open, the middle of the field, and you got your receivers just in the space to just take them safeties apart, why would you run the ball? You being stupid. The only issue I got with it is this, right? Yes, we're hitting them explosive plays, but we really ain't taking that much time off the clock. So we're not keeping our defense fresh.
Defense chance to bet.
When you look at it, the reason why we were so much successful in that second half, time possession. We had a drive where we took 8 minutes off the clock. So we know we can do it. We know we can put a 12-play drive together, take time off the clock. It's just we're so explosive, and that could be our Achilles heel right there. Because we're so explosive and we can just score from anywhere on the field, sometimes it might hurt the defense because they right back on the field.
That's exactly what happened.
Like, so when we going to have that game where we got more plays than the other team got more plays? It's always the defense got more plays than the offense got. So now we got to be able to flip that switch, run some more plays, give the defense some time. Because if we just I'll say this: the second possession before the half, if we just take our time, we're more successful. Sometimes we speed up because we see the mismatch that we kill ourselves because the person that we should be going to, we're not going to because we're trying to get this person involved and that person involved when really, hey, it's another
Shedeur
play.
came out there and said it. He said, "Man, I had to get
It's hard.
what you call the ball because everybody else had." I said, "Shedeur, you can't say
Yeah.
that. You can't say
I
that,
mean,
bro."
but you can't say it. But he was being honest. He was being honest.
I know he's being
And
honest, but you just can't. Sometimes you just can't take Coach Dre.
right, but what he was doing was he was taking it. What we gotta understand, B, was he was taking the heat off his dad because they were gonna blame Prime for it. They're like, oh, why y'all out there throwing the ball?
Right.
So he wanted people to know that it was his decision. That I checked out of the play that they called. They called a running play. I saw something. I just checked out of it. So
Right.
that's the reason I think he answered the question
Hey,
like that,
listen,
not because of anything else.
I'm not even finna lie to you. Michael West is finna come into the game and they finna give him the ball. Shedeur honestly checked him off the field and checked into that passing play. I promise you. That's exactly how it went down because Michael's running on the field and got turned around. So when Prime said Michael West was finna come in and run the ball, he truly was finna come in and run the ball. He took him off the field and he checked into that play. That's the
Wow.
honest truth.
Well, he came
And
out there in the interview and said, "Yeah, I did. He did." I got a super chat I need to read out before y'all go. 94 S fine. It said, "Peace, y'all. How do y'all feel about our backfield? Should we stick to two back or should we go by committee? Dalen Welch, IA, B Hood can be a real problem for our opposing defense." Well, my answer is that it's just the first game. We got to see how the thing play out. I don't think I'll be honest. I didn't know that team was that good, man. That team good, man. They ain't run the seven. I kind of seven offensive play. That's all I seen. They ran the whole game doing the same old thing. And that quarterback, that
Listen,
boy tough. He gonna be a backup
listen.
player, a tight end in the NFL. He might not get drafted. Well, he going in that league next year.
Honestly, I'm thankful for this
Hey,
game.
you.
Go ahead, Coach Dre.
Oh, you remember when you watch Remember the Titans and Denzel tell you I run 5K, 5 plays like Novocaine. You just give it a little time, it'll work. I mean that's what they do. They believe it. Again, Rob told you they stayed at Tampa too. They gonna play that Tampa too. They not going to no other defense.
They
Bring them
showed this.
Tampa
Them
two,
things right there and played.
and we gonna run our plays. It's shown that if we do what we do, the best. Hey, that team beats a lot of football teams. That team beats a lot of Power 5 football teams. No ifs,
I was
ands, or
Yeah.
shocked.
buts
So
about it.
Dre, I'm just shocked, man, how good they were. They were disciplined. I said, damn, Coach Dre told me
But
this. I kept looking. I said, if
but
they
listen,
ever gonna
Tom,
get out of
the only reason
one reason they lost, they just didn't have the athlete to keep up
they
with Jimmy
haven't
Horn and Travis.
the thing is, the only reason they haven't moved to Power 5 conference, I think they had the opportunity to move to the Mountain West a few years ago, but all of their sports don't add up like to the other competition. So yeah, we'll move up just for football, but our girls basketball, our boys basketball, and all that stuff, they wouldn't even up. Same thing like when Prime was at Jackson State. And people was like, oh well, Jackson needs to move up. They need to move to FCS. Well, hey, maybe our football team and our girls basketball team can move up to FCS, but everybody else is not ready. So you can't move like that as a school. But North Dakota State as a football, hey, everybody else they play they done beat. Like y'all, like people don't know that Colorado is the first big school that's beat them. Everybody else at big school they play, they beat them. They
Wow.
Yeah,
beat them.
they
You know what I'm saying?
six for
So
8
it was
for beating big
like
schools.
And I had said before, and I will apologize. They gonna win their conference because I saw South Dakota State. They ain't that good. They ain't good at them this year.
It just come
I,
down
I,
to they consistent, right? Consistency matters, and they're
They ain't,
consistent.
Mr. Willis, they ain't good at them. Yeah, I saw them. I saw them Saturday.
I watched South Dakota State.
I watched. They ain't that good.
South Dakota State is gonna give them. They gonna give them a
No,
ride.
yeah, it is. Nah, they
So
ain't.
they go.
Hey man,
Hey, hey,
hey,
hey. We'll see. We'll
I
see.
I just don't
We'll
believe
see.
that, bro. Hey, Y'all watching Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. If you don't mind, hit that like button and subscribe. And also over there on RobDaManMedia, hit his like button and subscribe. I got Coach Dre, RobDaManMedia, and Steve Woodland right here on the platform, and I appreciate them tonight. And also, I want to wish everybody out there a happy Labor Day weekend, and I hope y'all have a good time with your family. All right, fellas, we used to play this game, but we're gonna do some grades. All right, we're gonna do some grades. The first grade gonna be on the screen, and if you're in the chat, we want y'all to come along and play along with me, and we're gonna grade them as an A, B, C, or D. And we're going by first one, quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Gonna start with Coach Dre, then we're gonna come down the road, then we'll go to Mr. Steve Willing. If you're in the chat, y'all come along and play along with us. All right. All right. Quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Like I said, he had a good game. Like I said, he's one of the best quarterbacks. He is the best quarterback in the league. 26, 34, 445 yards and 4 touchdowns on Thursday. At the end of the game against North Dakota State, what will your grade be for Shedeur Sanders? Coach Dre.
Hey, he get an A. He get an A because I don't count the interception as his fault. And the passes that most of the passes he threw were completable passes. So he gets an A.
I'm gonna give him a B. I'm gonna give him a B. Just understanding situational football, end of the game. That's the reason why I'm giving him a B. Everything else is on point with an A. But game time management, understanding, man, you getting ready to go to NFL and how to take the clock out. It's really a B plus for me. Not a regular B, but a B plus. But just micromanaging the game to just get away with the W and win by 10 plus instead of winning as close as victory as we did. So that's the only reason why I'm giving it a B plus in that situation.
A minus, and the reason I'm doing an A minus is because of the fact that at the end of the day, you love your teammates. You understand you want to get your teammates involved. I saw Wester's body language on the sideline the play before he got and that's why he threw him the ball. He wanted to make sure he wanted to make sure he took care of it. But at the end of the day, you have to tell Wester, at the end of the day, it's about winning. It's about winning. And we all got to make sacrifices. Good football is run the football, down this ball, 90 seconds gone, we out of here. So those things, we ain't gonna worry about you touching the ball. We ain't worried about that. But A minus, he did a fantastic job. It's a good learning experience for too. This week was a good learning experience. So A minus for me.
Before
I'm
you
gonna
move on,
give him a B minus. I'm
hold
gonna give him a B minus. Go ahead, Rob.
let me say this before we move on. That play before he hit LeJohntay, I don't know if y'all could see it, what we could see at the game, but Travis and Coach Prime was upset about him checking into that play. I don't know if y'all could see him, what Travis, his animation to why did we check into that instead of running the ball, but Travis was upset about that play.
Okay. Yeah, I give him a
That
B
was a
minus
football
too.
player.
All because of that. You had 31 scouts there. They looking at you, how you game management and everything. So they really could have lost that game now. That quarterback had a strong arm. They didn't try to knock the ball down. They tried to catch it for an interception. And I think the wide receiver number 14, I think he checked out. He wasn't getting the ball. I think he checked out, y'all. I'm being honest. That's me. Ain't nobody got dead, but I think he checked out. I believe he checked out.
I'm telling you, I was at the game. He didn't check out.
I believe he checked out, bro. No way. They had that number, I think number 7 on him, could guard him 1-on-1. No way. From what I've seen in the scrimmage and all that practice and stuff, I think he checked out, bro.
I'm gonna say the reason why he didn't check out is because the middle of the field was just too wide open for them to take advantage of. And so some games ain't gonna just be your game. He can come out of Nebraska and he could be the Jimmy Horn of Nebraska. So you can't. It's easy to say he checked out, but when you at the game and you watching stuff and you seeing him on the sideline and the interaction with his teammates and how engaged of saying, "Hey, this that in the third is open, hit it." It's hard for me to go with that. So I'm not saying that you're wrong. You got, you know what I'm saying? You
Oh,
got your
I see. I'm going to hold that. I believe he checked out, bro.
I'm just saying he didn't check out it just wasn't his game. That's just the truth of the matter in this situation.
I
Hey,
appreciate that.
BWatts, I got a question for you. Are you saying that because of the fact that sideline pass that's two
Well,
hitter?
you already know. You
Yeah,
saw the same
I know
thing
what
I
you're saying.
saw.
Are you saying it because of that? Because any other time, Travis made a catch over there. He turned the flip and caught the ball over there with T.O. You know what I'm saying? So I see what you're going, but at the end of the day, everything I saw when it came to Shepard, he was blocking. He was into the game pertaining to that. You're gonna get a little flustered. You're gonna get a little flustered because you the man. But that's a good thing. Shepard and Wester are hot. I know they're hot right now. You got Miller, hot. You got Timmons, hot. They need to be hot. They need to be 47 hot. Take that hotness and get ready for Nebraska.
All right, here go the next question. Offensive line. Run blocking and pass blocking. A, B, or C. Coach Dre, Rob, Steve.
Hey, my boy took a couple of hits. Going back and watching the film, I'm gonna go C plus. Just because I feel like Hank didn't have a great game.
Ooh,
He really
boy.
didn't. He had been he had been showing me so much promise. I had a lot of upside for him. But again, that was their best player. Their best defensive lineman was their zero technique, which was the nose tackle. He gave Hank everything he wanted. We got beat on some plays. I think my boy Tyler got beat once. So did Benson. But overall, after I went back and looked at it, we did open some holes. It's some time on some RPOs. Shedeur probably should have handed the ball off instead of throwing it. And things of that nature. But overall, I give him a C plus.
Okay. Rob?
Mine's a flat out C. It actually could have been a B, but here's what I'll say: when they did open up holes, they didn't hand the ball off to the running back. When you look at when you break down some of the plays, some of it was a extension of the running back going too wide instead of just putting his foot in the ground and just hitting it. If the running back, I promise you, if the running back just put his foot in the ground and just hit it, you would have seen some explosive plays out of the running backs. So it's all new. But right now, my overall grade is a C for us when it comes to the running
Them
side
two
of it.
running backs too.
Huh?
Them two. Well, Draylon Miller, he played. What? Yeah. What y'all think about Draylon Miller starting in the backfield?
Actually, I love it. I just wish they didn't show it this week. Honestly, I love the idea because now you get another explosive player on the field. So now you don't have to substitute. If they're in a bad defense, they're in a bad defense. We finna take advantage of it. And he's physical. He's another physical running back that we got that can get explosive, that we can use all over the field. We can do a number of different type of packages with it. So I'm good with it. But overall, when it comes to like the passing for the offensive line, I gotta give them a B plus on that. They only gave up one sack, but they gave Shedeur time to get rid of the ball. And the only reason why it's not an A for the passing side is because of the shots that Shedeur took in the game. But overall,
yeah, he can't take no more than those.
Overall, I got to go B minus when it's total out to the passing and run. Run is a C. I got a B plus for the passing, but overall, I say anyway a B minus for the offensive line.
I'll go with a C, and the reason I go with a C is because that sack don't go on the offensive line. I watched that. If two would have just slid his feet over just a little bit, he had more than enough time, and then he had Jimmy open in the middle. So that does not go to the offensive line when you're looking at that one. Those hits that I'm looking at.
If he lets the ball go, because that's
so
what
Rob didn't hear you. Huh? I didn't hear you, Rob.
No, I said if he just lets the ball go. I'm talking to Mr. If he just lets the ball go, that's not a sack.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But I'm just saying when I watched it, the line was in play as far as what they're supposed to do. What I saw with the line was this one here. Mayers ain't no joke, boy. I saw Mayers patting on his backside, communicating. So I love the communication from the offensive line. I think they did an excellent job of that. They got some things to work out when it pertains to the offensive line, and this is what I mean. They need to decide. You don't let Hank stay by himself. You got Hank and you got Benson right there. They need to make a decision. When they engage on somebody, don't let Hank stay by himself on that person. And Benson's looking for people who I need to block. Because of that, they need to be decisive. If we're gonna hit somebody, let's go and let's get into them and go from there as far as attacking. So those are the things that I looked at. I think they did a great job. They were tough. It's hard, man. It's the first game. It's hard. And something about North Dakota State, they move a lot on that defensive line. They don't just sit there and rush. Those guys move, they're blitz, they crossing. So you have to. The disadvantage for the offensive line was they're calling a scheme. And in that scheme, you have to do what Coach Loadhog now tell you to do for that scheme, but you got a defense doing something totally different. And it will mess you up, and you saw that. But they did a good job. I went back and watched it. I see the growth. They going to be all right. They going to be all right. So I give them a C.
Coach Ray and Rob, do y'all think they should move Benson back to Tiger and Tyler Brown back down to guard so Tyler Brown can help the center out? And they kept blowing that center up, man. That's what I would do.
That's not the way I would fix it. That's not the way I would fix it. But I'm gonna let I got good faith in Coach Lodo, so I'm not gonna. But that ain't the way I would fix it. There's another guy on the sideline that'll be coming in, and we move a few parts around. If I had to fix it right now, and that's but
Then you
again,
got Tyler Johnson. You got Tyler Johnson over there. You got Big Pancake.
There's a guy that's there. I'm just leave it at that. There's a guy.
That new guy?
I'm gonna leave it, but like you say, yeah, the new guy, and then you got him. But I'm gonna leave. We gonna see what this week brings.
Okay.
We can't have that kind of game this week. So, but
they were 10.
I think he'll come. Yeah, I hope he come back and play like he been playing in the spring. I mean, in the fall camp.
Here's what I'll say. This offensive line will play better in Nebraska. Here's why. Ain't no pressure. You ain't at home. Everybody already expecting you to lose. All you got to do is just come out there and just be you and play free. It's going to be a problem this week.
All right. Appreciate y'all. Moving on. Wide receiver. All right, Rod started out. Then we'll go to Coach Drake. Then we'll go to Steven.
Overall, it's the A. They flat out. They caught majority of everything that was thrown to them. They caught it. They was able to create space, no matter whether it's inside or outside. Outside the numbers, inside the numbers, they was able to create space. My overall grade would be an A.
Yeah, I agree with him. Overall grade, you got an A. You got one receiver going for almost 200. I forget what Travis' numbers was. Then I think Shepard got a pass. LeJohntay got a couple. The only people that didn't get involved is the tight ends, and I want to see them get a couple of catches. But besides that, overall, the receivers running great routes, runs after the catch, coming back towards Shedeur when Shedeur was moving out of the pocket and getting themselves open where he could see them. So yes, overall they get an A.
Travis had 132.
Yeah.
And LeJohntay had 58.
Wow. They get an A on my end. When you go as vanilla as they did and they put the numbers that they put up, it's an A.
All right. Moving on. Gonna start with Mr. Steve Wood, then we'll go to Coach Drake, then we'll go to Rob, running back room.
I'm gonna do a D, and the reason, let me do a C minus, and I'm gonna do a C minus. I'm gonna do a C minus. I'm not gonna punish the running backs for the coaches not letting them get a rhythm. They should have given Hayden an opportunity to get a rhythm in that game because he had a couple good runs in there that he should have stayed in the game to get a rhythm. So I'm not gonna fault them for that. What I am gonna fault them for, I'm gonna do a C minus. I'm gonna fault them for they missed too many holes. They should have went on that outside. Those holes were there. You can say whatever you want to. I'm like, why are y'all running up the middle? And that's their strong point. They got everybody. They put 4-5 people in the middle. Why are we running on the outside? I saw Rock over there by himself looking, yee-hoo, yee-hoo, come on this way. So I'll do a C-.
Yeah,
But
boy, yeah, it's a C-, and it's
But it
still a
sound like you
lot.
want to give him a F, Coach.
Like when you go back and watch it, you see the whole, like, people were complaining about the offensive line, but then I go back and I was like, my God, them hoes
The whole
you
big,
can
bro.
ride. Yeah, bro, you can put a Mack truck through them. I'm like, what are we
I think
doing?
they just had the
But
wrong
again,
running back in there.
so again, we
Now, Steve, they had the wrong running back there, bro. You tell me that Hood
so
boy and that Micah had been in there. Boy, they ate them hoes up, bro.
yeah, it's a C- for me. But game one, we can get better.
Yeah.
you know what crazy thing about this whole situation is? I'm gonna give them a C plus. Here's why. When you talk about the passing game, when they was in there for passing downs, they held their blocks. They
Oh,
did
number
not give
7
up.
did
They
now.
did.
Yeah.
They
He stood
you
up in there.
can't
Charlie did too. They stood up in there now.
none of the running backs got blew up to get to Shedeur. It wasn't the running back's fault. So I got to give them some credit in the passing game for sure. I mean, I think when you talk about the running backs, all you think about is running the ball, but you forget about the other layers to
Right.
them. When it was time, to pass block, they did their job.
Yep.
Did they miss some holes running the ball? True. Like I said, if they just put their foot in the ground and just hit it, hey, it's 20-yard, 30-yard gains. It's something that, they got the film, they're gonna clean it up. But overall, the offensive line pretty much did their job. It's just you're grading because you see 1, 2, 3 yards, but you're not realizing if they run into the right gap, they're gone. They just hitting the wrong gaps, and it got it. That's what happens. So it's just mistakes, minor mistakes that can be cleaned up and move forward. But overall, I'm gonna give them a C plus because I gotta give them credit for what they did in the passing game and picking up linebackers, picking up defensive linemen, and they did not get a penalty. So gotta give credit when credit due.
All right. That's the offense. We're gonna move to the defense and we're gonna call it a day, y'all. We got about 10 more minutes. Defensive line. Coach Drake, Steve, Roy.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with a B- for the D line. And they could easily have got a B plus. They got a penalty for lining up in the neutral zone when we could have got off the field. The Like you say, but I'm not upset about the way they lined up in that defense because I think they were supposed to spill and make the man go outside to the linebacker. So, but then in that second half they really turned it up. Block Bully did what he come to do. I saw 88. I saw McNeil doing his thing. Coach made a few plays out there. So I'm gonna give him a B- because they turned it around. It could have easily been a C, but I'm gonna give him a B-.
I didn't see Barnes. I didn't see Barnes play, man.
He
He
was
didn't
hurt.
dress.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he
was
didn't
hurt.
dress?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Man.
He'll be ready for Nebraska.
Yeah. There are some players that didn't play in that game that wasn't dressed. So yeah, I'll be patient. That changes the factor of what they're gonna do on the defense. So that's why you've seen certain people starting, certain people playing. But there was a couple linemen that didn't play, but they'll be back. They'll be ready to go. Overall, defensive line, I'm giving them a B. The interior, they was handling their job. The linebackers just sometimes didn't make the plays. Like as much as people want to try to beat up on the defensive line, majority of the time they was doing their job. It's
They
just
did their
the
job.
people that was behind them didn't
Didn't do
come
their
up
job.
and do their job. And
Exactly.
that's
That's how
where
it is, bro. Don't hold back.
that's where you see the level, the growth from this defense. If you start, if the middle and the middle get right, you're gonna see a real difference. Because the thing that killed us on third downs was us just being able to make a play. Just make a play. You only got to make this hard. Just make a play, right? The interior all game long did their freaking job. I don't care what you're talking about. They did their job.
They
gave the linebackers to go on there and clean up plays. They gave the linebackers gaps and holes to go make plays to the quarterback. They just didn't do it. With the edges, sometimes they overcommitted sometimes, but majority of the time, the way they was being taught and coached, they did their job in crashing down the formation. The backer or whoever the outside DB was that was supposed to be in that gap did not fail. So the defensive line overall, I give them a B. I think they did their job. What they were supposed to do.
They job.
They could have. It would have been an A if we would have got a couple more sacks, and we were close to getting a couple more sacks. We just could not. We couldn't finish. But overall, a lot of this stuff that people complain about the defensive line came down to the linebackers and the DBs just not filling the hole like they're supposed to properly. That's it.
It's strange for me because the D tackles get an A. They dominated. I tell people, go look at McNeil. Y'all talk about everybody else. McNeil was in that backfield all night. People don't look at it. I went and looked at it. McNeil was back there. What you did see what Rob hit on, what I didn't like, the only thing in the line I didn't like, the ends, they had opportunities to make play. Even Coach Prime, they said the past 22 times, they had plays. And what I saw, Arlen Walker, he had 2 sacks. I'm talking about he owned it. Just they wanted it so bad. You got Hayes. Hayes wanted it so bad that by being out 1 foot out of step, it messes the whole defense up. So I'm just saying sometimes their overzealousness of wanting it too much instead of doing your job, staying where you're supposed to be, not coming in. And what hurt them was the people who supposed to field in, they didn't do their part. I ain't gonna say who that is, but those people, if they would have came in and had the right ones to fill in their part, they'd have had an A, but it is what it is.
All right. Pass rusher, Rod.
Pass rushers, I'm going to go with a C. I'm just going to be flat out. I'm going to go with a C. I'm going with a C because there's a couple of plays that we didn't empty the tank. That's just flat out. We didn't empty the tank. We empty the tank, we get some sacks, we get off the field. We don't make a stupid penalty, line up off sides, we're off the field. So that's on the edge rushers, flat out. So I got to give him a C on that.
C. And that's what when you get penalties, when you're supposed to get off the football field, like you can't, like discipline. We got to get off the football field right then. Like Prime said at the end of the game, we supposed to have killers, right? That's we're supposed to have killers. Y'all say y'all killers. I need to see it. I really didn't see it like that. But like you say, but on a couple plays, so they get a C.
You know the crazy part about it? The defensive tackles earned them an opportunity to go pass rush.
I know. That's why I had to give them a F. That pass rush, they didn't do it. Yeah, Coach Dre. Yeah, I gotta give them F, Coach Dre. I ain't being negative. Everybody did their job with them and the line, man.
I'm gonna give them a C minus, and I'm gonna give them a C minus. I'm gonna give them a C minus. I'm gonna do a C minus, honestly, because they should have done better. They should have done better. They had the opportunities. They didn't do it. That's on them. It's a learning opportunity. But they didn't have their best game. They had spots where they really looked good, but they left a lot of meat on the bones. They left 4 sacks out there that I saw was easy sacks. They left it out there. So they shaking themselves. They know they're gonna do better. So I look forward to the next game.
The crazy part was when the defensive tackles created pressure up the middle for them to go make plays, just flat out didn't make it.
That's why I gave him an F. Y'all laying it out, but y'all keep saying C. I don't get that. A C is a passing grade. Coach Dre, you know better. You're Coach Dre. You know better.
No. what I'm telling you is they would still get a passing grade as an overall. You talking about on the edge, they still gonna get a C. And the reason you get the C minus is because you wasn't disciplined. It was just the undisciplined. Like I say, when I had to go back and look at the film, when they was crashing out, that's what you call spilling. They want them to spill it.
There
And so
you
they
go.
want the dude to come outside. So that's why they did that. They was spilling. They did that. This group we finna talk about now, that's what we finna get to some healthy grades right here.
Well, you go get to him now. Then it's on you.
The first half F, second
Yeah,
half C plus. That's what we
yeah.
getting. First half F, second half C plus. I mean we just got to be honest with ourselves.
I
So
hey, that's why. That's why
so
I'm all honest. That's why I said they get an F first half, second half. I'm gonna give them an A. I'm gonna give them an A minus.
I mean, well, what I'm saying is we got it together.
But
So
as a
we
unit,
can go from there.
yeah, I gotta go B plus.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. So, but that first half F, second half, or you know what? We ain't gonna even say F. We're gonna say I. You know, you got the I thing for incomplete.
Yeah,
That's what we got.
incomplete.
We got incomplete for the first
Yeah,
half.
yeah. You look out
Because
for them
like I say, when you
nine.
go back, when you go back and look at it, like I say, I think Coach Dancy got them in spilling for a reason. We supposed to be there to fill it. We supposed to be there to fill it up, and we wasn't there to fill it up in the first half. So yeah, we give them an incomplete on the first half, and we gonna give them a C plus on the second half.
Yeah, Bentley. He played. Bentley had that grade bump then.
Oh yeah, Bentley gets to me. Bentley gets A. Bentley gets A. Okay, we want to. Bentley get an A.
No, no, no. That's enough. That's enough. We ain't gonna call name. We ain't gonna call name.
Yeah, we ain't gonna call names. The only problem that I got right now is the only thing that hurt Colorado in this situation is Bentley and Hill Green can't play together because they both the green dots. And
Say that one more time.
Well, we can switch helmets though, bro.
You can change them dots.
Listen to what I'm saying. I
I
know
didn't
they
hear you.
can. They just didn't. Both of them was the green dots, and they were the best two that was playing lights out. So if you just switch them and put them both on the field together, the linebacker play might be
I missed you, bro. You break it up on my end. What you say?
I said, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. I said if Hill Green and Bentley are both not the green dots and they're both in there together, the linebacker play is better. With both of them being the green dots, you can only have one of them on the field at a time. If they just switched helmets and both of them was on the field, you might see something different at the linebacker position. But
we saw it
that's why you seen Bentley play majority of the first half and Hill Green play most of the second half. They're both the green dots. You didn't see them on the field together.
That's a good point. I didn't notice that.
So yeah, a lot of people didn't notice, and a lot of people didn't notice why. That's the why, and why you didn't see both of them on the field at the same time. But overall, I'm going with a C just because tell the two halves, right? The first half, Trevor Woods came and filled some holes, filled some gaps, and made some plays, but he also didn't look good in coverage. Bentley came in and made plays in the backfield, made plays in space, something he got better at. So, but the second half, Hill Green and JB was lights out. They were making plays all over the field. And when they made plays, you heard it. They was coming to hit something. So I wish they would have put Webster in there or Chaney, just to put more speed out there to go get that quarterback.
Yeah.
So
Chaney.
But that's why you didn't see both of them out there at the same time because they were both with green dots. You can't have two green dot helmets on the field at the same time.
Okay. Well, they're still getting the F for the first half. F for the first half, and we'll the second half we loved it. I will go with a C. I'll go with a C plus in the second half.
All right.
And I'm doing a C plus because they shouldn't have let them score it at the end of the game.
All right, it's on you, Rob.
Are we going corner safeties, or are we just going total DBs in general?
Jack, I'm running out of time. Jack, go, Jim. Everybody together. You can break it down into comments, though.
Okay, I'll break it down. The corners,
Yeah.
I got to get the corners a B plus. Outside corners, they handle their job. It wasn't nothing coming on the outside, nothing smoking out there. Inside, we give her too much leverage on the inside. The first play, Carter came in. He actually was a linebacker that they lined him up as an inside corner. He let the man come across his face. But after that, he cleaned up. You didn't see no more mistakes by Carter. You seen him just flat out hustle. But overall, for the corners, outside corners, definitely give them an A. Inside corners, B. When you look at the safeties, that first half, when Kevin Simmons Craig went out, it was a struggle.
Yeah.
But that second half, when they put Herman Smith in there, that defense started to change on that back end. When they had number 9 in there, he picked it up the second half. So overall, you didn't see a lot of missing assignments from the DBs in the second half. So overall, grade for them, I'll give them a B plus.
Hold on before you go, Coach Ray. Super chat. 9-4 final says.
Yeah,
Second
Savion
on
Riley.
right
Sorry.
the evidence that was lacking. Yeah, you're right. All right, go ahead.
Like you say, the outside corners, they get an A. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. You wasn't throwing the ball out there. You didn't think about throwing the ball out there what 12 was and what DJ was. The safety play, again, that's about a C for me. We missed a lot of tackles. Again, when you come down and you see when you asking them guys to spill and if you that outside safety, you supposed to come up and fill that gap. So they're gonna get a C. So overall, they get a B. Overall, as a whole secondary, they get a B.
I'm gonna say this last point. In that second half, you didn't see a lot of our DBs having to make plays. You see more of the linebackers and defensive line.
Sure. Good point.
DBs A. I'm gonna say in the backfield, I'm gonna go with a C, and the reason I'm gonna go with a C because we got a few penalties, and we should have had 2 more penalties for pushing people, excessive hitting outside when you're pushing people outside the out of bounds. So those are things we need to clean up pertaining to that. So you definitely want to look at that. I saw in the SEC games they called penalties on that big time, so we need to look at that. So people were a little excited on that for the first game, but. Them DBs they true. So overall, I give them a B, but we got some things to clean up on the back end. And once they clean those things up, I think we're going to be fantastic.
All right, Mr. Woodson. Then Coach Dre, then Rob. Yeah.
You going Coach Dre
What
first?
you there?
Oh, okay. Who do you want to go first?
y'all ain't like y'all scared to jump on.
No. I'll go first.
Rod dropped
I'll
their
go
head.
first.
Coach Dre went off the screen. Yeah. Okay, I started off here. I started off. Okay, I
First
started
half.
off.
Let me do it, B.
The first half, I'm gonna give him a C minus. C minus. But I think the second half, whoever decided to make the changes on the defensive side, could be Coach Prime, could have been the defense coordinator. I'm gonna give them a B minus, a B minus in coaching. That's how I see it. Cause the coaching was different first half. It was different the second half. Look like they, I don't know. Look like they panicked. It looked like they panicked that first half to me because they ate up so much clock and they didn't know what to do. North Dakota State. About the substitution and all that, man, it's just too much. I said, man, why all this substitution keep going on in the first half? That throws me off. Because the players couldn't get comfortable, couldn't get in no rhythm or that. I just say, overall, I just give them a B. I want a B minus. That's me. Go ahead, Rod. Because Steve don't want to go. Go ahead.
Overall, I'm going with a B, and the reason why I'm going with a B is when you look at that first half, they really did put players in opportunities to go make plays. It's just the players didn't go make plays. That ain't on coaching. That's just players being players. And so now the mistakes that happen that I take away from them is at the end of the game, clock management, right? Being able to manage the game so you don't put your defense back on the field, close the thing out, and we taking a knee, right? Player personnel got better as the game went on. You didn't see a lot of substitution. Players start to get into a rhythm. The first half, it was more of a feel, right? They was trying to feel for who should be in the game, who won it, who got it. And like I always told you, it don't matter who start. It's about who finished. And majority of the players that finished that game didn't play a lot in the first half or didn't play. When you look at the linebacker position, they didn't really play in the first half or didn't play not one snap and played in the whole second half. Defensive line, outside of like Chidozie, right? They end up taking BJ and Dayline off the field. And they went with somebody else. So
it look like they were tired, Rob. It look like BJ and Davion were tired.
Listen, I'm telling you, I'm just looking at what I've seen. And
I'm looking at what I look like they were tired, bro.
Yeah, this is one of the things I didn't go over. How much teaching they did on that sideline. You gotta give your hands up to Phil Longhorst because he did a lot of coaching on that sideline. I know the camera didn't show it, but he had that tablet out to every series, and he was going over and breaking down. That's exactly where I was sitting at. I was sitting right in front of the offensive line, watching the game, so I knew exactly what was being said and how it was being taught. So, that's why I got it. The teaching off the field was being done. The adjustments were being made. That's why I got to give this a B because I had the in-game experience and not the television experience of it.
I'm gonna go with a C plus. The reason I'm gonna go with a C plus is because the game plan that they had. Yes, they put a game plan that was winnable and that they put people in a position to make plays. They did that. The only problem they had was they had the wrong personnel in there. Running back, I'll hit you with that one. They should have done something there. Linebacker, they should have had personnel there. I think they could have added some people on that defensive front where they switched some people around, moved Green around more on that defensive line so that he could cause more havoc there. I think they could have overloaded when put my boy JB over there on the side more so that he could be rushing in there to close out that quarterback from sneaking around and things like that. So those are the things that I will say, and time management. Time management, we got to get better. It's no excuse. Next thing, I'm going to put them on timeouts. If you see people are confused, this is what I don't want to see next game. The first half timeouts especially, we should have 3 timeouts with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the game in the first half. Those timeouts should be used for when people are confused, like people were confused down there at the end when they get ready to score in the end zone. You call a timeout. Let's call a timeout. Let's get these boys over here. Let's talk to them and say, hey, this, and this. So overall, the coaches came back. They did an outstanding job second half. They got everything aligned. But for me, let's get that aligned the first half, and this game would have been a whole lot better for us as far as an easier game.
They had timeouts the first half.
Yeah, they had them. They shouldn't have had them. It should have been called.
He's saying they should have used them a little better.
They called them. Coach Ryan used them.
No, he used them when the second half when 2 was coming down there for the clock. I'm talking about the first half. They
didn't use no timeouts the first half.
That's my point. And they were confused on some defensive plays. And you use a timeout to go over there and you don't have to curse, but you put light into Hayes them for not being aligned correctly and things like that. You use a timeout to say, hey, free safeties, you just getting in the game. Let me sit you that. This is where you need to be. If you see something, if you see them lined up incorrectly, call a timeout.
But you know what that tend to is late substitutions, right? And that's what they did a lot of late substitution in the play clock, and that's why people wasn't lined up properly.
I got a super chat here. My boy Jay, J5 Snap. Looking
Jay,
forward to Nebraska. Indoor Sport 247. Appreciate super chat. Go
appreciate it.
ahead.
Like you say, I'm gonna give them a. The reason I'm gonna give them a B is because they made great halftime adjustments. I feel that the offense did what they came to do. Coach Sherman called a heck of a football game. I think Two has a lot of input and he can change a lot of plays. I
Yeah.
agree with y'all with some of the defensive moves. I think it's some guys, but again, we gotta always think about this, Uncle Steve. We done put them out there now. It's on tape in a game. So now when we come back and talk to you, hey, we gave you the opportunity to be the guy. We gave you the opportunity to be the man. Now we got to go well. And so you got to respect coaches when they do it that way. And that's always the way the old people always taught me, was to do it that way, was to give them the opportunity before you just bench them. So I think I think we'll see a few different lineups. But I like the way they adjusted. And then you like Coach Prime. Coach Prime wasn't satisfied at the end of the game. He told you you feel like you won, but you didn't win. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's coaching right there, because you got a better football team than what you showed Thursday night. But we can only get better from here. But again, I'm always say I was pleased that it wasn't a blowout. I was pleased that North Dakota State came in here and played us hard, because now we know what we need to work on. Now you got these kids' eyes open and they know we got to work a little harder this week.
One thing we didn't touch upon is the special teams. Overall grade, I'm gonna give them an A for special teams. Field goal kicking, just kicking the ball to the end zone, man. They don't let them allow them return it. So improvement and Mark Brissett being Mark Brissett on punt. So man, give them an A for special teams, because we didn't touch upon that.
All right, let's move on to Nebraska. Give me y'all thoughts on Nebraska and Colorado, and we'll call it a night. Can start with you, Coach Dre, then Rob, then Steven.
Uh, we're gonna have to play a little better. Like I say, but again, this isn't a team that's stuck on one thing and they're gonna run it. They're gonna run it to perfection like that. But we just got to play better. They got a rookie quarterback. He's feeling good about himself. We need to go and hit him in his mouth real early and send him a couple blitzes way. We need to do the same thing we did, offensively from the receiver room. We need to run it a little more. I want to see a couple more runs. Like I said, I think Hayden should be the guy going into this week, and the defense just need to build off of what they did the second half. We just need to build off of that. And I think we in good shape to get us to be 2-0, to get us a win going into Nebraska.
My expectation, I'm gonna keep it short this week because I got a live show tomorrow. We're gonna get into it for real. But for me, I expect Nebraska to do the same thing they did last year on defense. Rush 3 and drop 8. I don't expect nothing different, because if they come up here and blitz and go anything man, it's gonna be 6 on the board. So I'm telling you right now, they gonna play a lot of zone. You can just count that. They might blitz here and there, but they gonna do that. But what I expect from our offense to be able to run the ball, trust the gap assignment, the way the play is designed. Overall defense, I expect us to be physical, get to the quarterback, and make plays. But like I said from the beginning, there is no pressure on Colorado. All the pressure is on Nebraska. They are the favorites. We are just in attack mode and ready to handle business. This week, no red. So, hey, no red the entire week. Y'all know what it is. It's the motto for the week that always, if you're from Colorado, you'd rather be dead than be red. So, no red this week. So, hey, that's all I got to say, because y'all know tomorrow we're going to get into it.
I'll put it to you like, what numbers are quarterback?
Well,
2. They did 2. I expect to be 2-0. I expect to be 2-0 after Nebraska. It's just that simple. And I had somebody give me a call. Hey, well, remember we talked about? I said, man, I ain't worried about that. I said, y'all do remember we played Nebraska last year with the worst team and beat them. So what makes you think Nebraska gonna beat us this year? quarterback who still got Similac on his mouth. I'm just letting you know. He still got Similac, and he's sitting around there like that Mahomes, and he flicking that ball. I love it. He's flicking it like this, and he's flicking it on. I want him to throw it behind his back. Let him go out there. He gonna feel what Mahomes felt when Tampa Bay was hitting him. This is the time to hit him in his mouth, put some corn in his mouth instead of Similac, and we gonna get the rolling. So people who want to call and do all that talking, Nebraska just like any other team. If they corn huskers, let's husk that corn and keep it moving. And that's what I'm saying. We're gonna be 2-0. And please, rushing 3 and setting back 8 against 2. Shepherd, here we come. I tell people all the time, when somebody passed you and they driving fast in they car, what do you blow? You blow your horn. There you go, Jenny. Keep it cool. Keep it moving, man. We gonna rock them.
All right, guys. I'm looking forward to it, man. I think this is gonna be their hardest test on the schedule to me, other than Kansas. That's just my opinion, but we'll see how it's gonna turn out. And I hope it turn out like last year. But we're gonna see. Well, y'all, it was a good show, and I appreciate y'all once again on the Sunday night. I'll be back again on Tuesday night with Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve Woodson. Me and him be on Tuesday. And me and Greg said it will be back on Thursday. Like me and Coach Dre what we doing? We're doing not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. And we'll be back
We
this
skipping
time.
this week, yeah.
Right.
Next
We're
week.
skipping yeah. I heard from what you call it, but I didn't get the information that I need. From oh man, I don't forgot his name. The one I was telling you about. Not Matt, but the other guy. But like I say, it was a good show. I'm wishing Coach Prime and Colorado the best. Still rooting for them. They're still my favorite team. I think they got a chance to see what they need to see. Because college don't do preseason like the NFL. NFL get a chance to do preseason, see what they got, see which player come up to play at a time you need them in big time moments. So they got a chance to see who will do that. But it's gonna be a fun season, man. Know one thing. You don't get no rest with Colorado, boy. They always put you on the edge, man. They put you on the edge. But I appreciate them guys, and I appreciate y'all. So we'll go around the horn, let y'all get the last word, and we'll get out of here. Start with you, Mr. Steven, then Rob, then Coach Drake.
I tell all the people out there in podcast land, thank y'all for coming out and supporting and doing your thing, spending time and just listening to some good old boys, just, giving our point of view on things. We're going to keep it positive like Coach Dre, Rob, and BWatts. We're going to keep it positive. We're going to be honest about things. And the next thing I'll tell you is this here. For the weak at heart, this ain't a place for you. All these people with what ifs and all this stuff, man, y'all need to stop this stuff. I believe and I know. CU, this is their year. It's special. Why take y'all so long to get on the train? This train is moving whether it's with you or without you. And thank to all the people out there who said, I told you so. You didn't get to tell me that this week, and you won't get to tell me this next week. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you.
Hey, for all the Nebraska fans that are in the chat right now, just pull up on
Boy,
us tomorrow. We'll be back
they
live.
loaded up in here tonight. I don't know where they come
Hey,
from.
y'all just pull up tomorrow. We got time tomorrow that we gonna real get into it. So y'all pull up tomorrow. Y'all check us out tomorrow. We will be back. Shout out to the CU aunties in the chat. Hey, all the Nebraska fans, y'all pull up on us. We gonna have this conversation. We gonna have this talk. One thing I'm gonna tell y'all corn fans, is this. Prime is undefeated in the first 2 weeks of the college football in his career. And he don't plan on losing against the Corns. So we'll see y'all.
Hey man, as we always say, man, we appreciate y'all coming out, rocking with us. You could have been in the world, but you decided to stop by and spend time with us. You know, everybody has an opinion, and everybody can give it, and everybody can feel the way they want to feel. We feel like Colorado is one of the best football teams, and they definitely got one of the best football coaches, hands down. We went out and we did what we were supposed to do. The goal is 1-0 every week. The goal is 1-0 every week. And that's the goal for this week, to come out and be 1-0, man. So we appreciate y'all. Shout out to the CU aunties and all the people that showed my brother love when he was there in Colorado and gave him a helping hand, man. And you know how coach gonna end it, man. If we send no shifts out, no shifts will come. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can't be won if they haven't been played, and prayers can be answered if they haven't been prayed. I am your man, Coach Dre. That is my brother, RobDaMan. That is my guy, BWatts. And it's my only uncle, Steve, man. We appreciate y'all coming by. We'll see y'all next Sunday.
All right. Good night, fellas. Y'all have a good night, man. And go Buffs. Go Buffs. I'll be checking you out tomorrow, Rob.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all have a good night. Thank everybody for tuning in tonight once again. You're watching Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. If you don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on Tuesday night. And y'all have a good holiday, Labor Day on tomorrow. Once again, thank y'all. I appreciate each and one of you. Don't take you for granted. Could have been doing something else, but hey, come and hang out with us, and we definitely appreciate each and one of you. I want to say a good night, and thank you for tuning in to Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. Appreciate it. Love y'all. God bless you.
Now that hope has elapsed, it's time for expectation. And I hope you're sitting there with expectation that when you pull into the stadium or you turn on that television, that we're going to give you what you desire.
Get your ass up here. Stop all the bullshit. Go, goddammit. Well, get out the way, bro.
National championship.
See the use of the tablet on the sidelines, one of the changes this year.
You talk about the one touchdown catch you had where the guy pretty much had his arm around your head a little bit. You talk about that one in particular?
It's funny because he got on me for not catching the one that we called a flag because I told him to throw me the ball no matter what.
Give me 11 personnel. Hold on a second. Just relax, guys. Let's go. I want to go.
There's Henderson making the catch. That was for the second time tonight.
Watching Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. I'm your host, Bernard Watt.
We see.